Hi, live. It's Ronda with Conscious Creativity, and this is our Neuro Art Making 101. So glad that you're here and can join us today. We are going to put on some nice music, make a little bit of neuro art, and help rewire our brains. We'll set some intentions, we'll say some affirmations, and we'll bring more peace and relaxation to our day. So welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started today. I forgot to pull a card for our affirmation, but let's just say, you can certainly set your own affirmation however you want to, or your intention for this session. But for my intention, I'm going to say, I do the work that nourishes my soul. So that's going to be my affirmation, my intention for this Neuro Art Making session. It's May 13th, 2026. But anytime you find this video, come on in and enjoy this session. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put on some music, and I will then shift my camera here. Okay. Let's take a moment to just take a few deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Relaxing your shoulders. Coming into a comfortable position. Just releasing any thoughts or worries. Focusing on our intention for this session. I do the work that nourishes my soul. And you can take this for whatever it means for you, whether it's career work or whether it's just the work of life, the things that we need to go through, tend to be with each day. I do the work that nourishes my soul. Okay. And missing that breath. We're going to start with our black Sharpie. Remember that? I'm going to start with the black Sharpie, drawing the continuous line as we are focusing on this intention. And I'm going to take a quick minute here and grab my pencil. On the back of my paper, I'm going to write my intention. I do the work that nourishes my soul. For today's date. Okay. Flip it over. Take a deep breath and start with our line. I do the work that nourishes my soul. Just let your hand flow freely until you find a comfortable place to end. Okay. So this is how mine turned out. I'm going to go ahead and close up these, this space here where I started, just to kind of keep this flowing. I also had a little hang up here, but you know what? We're going to fix that when we round out. So we'll move on now to step 2 in our art making process. And that is going to be to round out these corners. So remember, anywhere that our lines cross, we're just going to take the black Sharpie and we're going to softly round it out. So there are no sharp edges. We're going to focus on our intention for the day. I do the work that nourishes my soul. Seeing right here, we're rounding this out. And we have no indication of any flub ups. Remember, there are no mistakes, really, you know. Like Bob Ross likes to say, they're just happy accidents. And I think that's just, that is so true in life. I really like to take that perspective in my approach to life. Also, you know, if you're nervous about doing your pieces, you don't have to be an artist to do this. This is not about making a beautiful piece of art, although you most certainly will have something nice in the end. But the real important part here, and the part we need to focus on, is this process. So the process of really focusing on our hand, focusing on our motions, focusing on this intention, rounding, repeating. And that's what's going to get those neural connections in our brain firing in a new way for this new intention. You know, change, making changes, setting new intentions may not be something that happens after just one session, but you'll have the skills and the tools for making neuro art. You know, once you've done this a couple of times, you'll know what to do, and you can do it at home anytime that you want to, anytime that you need to, anytime you need to feel relaxed, anytime you just want to get engaged in something creative. You'll have the skills to do that. And of course, if you're feeling stuck and you need some creativity coaching, I am here. I can help you out with that. Just check out my website, rondashmanskyart.com, and all the information about my coaching sessions are on there. And I can work with you to really help you, you know, reshape thoughts and ideas and habits, create new habits, reshape those old habits that might be hanging you up, and get you really moving forward, flowing in your life. Okay. So I'm just going to give you a moment here, let you go, and just rounding out those edges. And then I'll come back with you here in a few minutes and we'll get on to the next section. But right now we'll just focus on rounding out those corners. Remembering to breathe. And focus on that new intention. To anyone who's just joining us, welcome in. This is Conscious Creativity. I'm Rhonda. We're doing some live neuro art making today. We just created our outline with a black Sharpie marker, and now we're rounding out our corners. If you ever feel like you need to just pick up your paper and move it around so you can get a better angle, that is perfectly okay. And again, our group intention for the day is I do the work that nourishes my soul. Focusing on that as we're rounding out. If you want to set your own personal intention, please go right ahead. It's perfectly okay. If you want to, if you're having a little trouble connecting your lines, I'm going to use a finer tip Sharpie to kind of smooth out some of these edges, but that's perfectly fine if you don't. It's perfectly just acceptable just to leave as is. This will smooth out the lines, but it will also give me more opportunities to just focus on making those lines, making those smooth, steady marks. I am doing the work that nourishes my soul. When you've finished rounding out, you can go ahead to the next step, which is adding some color. If you also want to add a few more embellishments to your piece, if you've done this a few times, it's perfectly okay just to add color into your shapes. But if you want to add some pieces, some more decorative elements, that's always fun too. You might add some circles. I like to do circles. You might do some lines. I also like to do lines. Looking to see if there's a good place. I'll just do some lines over here. Again, if you need to kind of move your piece around, that's okay. I often like to do a little spiral, some sort of spiral. I might do a spiral up here. And I also like to do kind of sometimes a fan shape. You can just make shapes within your shapes. Experiment. There is no right or wrong way. This is just really the creative part. Again, remembering to just focus on that. Intention for the day. I am doing the work that nourishes my soul. Start there, and then, of course, you're going to select your colors. What colors are you feeling today? Cooler colors, greens and blues, or maybe warmer colors. If you have trouble deciding, maybe just pause for a moment and take a deep breath. Go inside and just listen. See if you get any guidance on which way to go. I'm getting greens again. Okay, so I'm going to do some green. And I think some yellow also with my green. Just kind of seeing that. These are a lot of colors. I'm not sure I'll be using all of them, but this gives me something to play with here. Okay. Let's start. Start here. It's blue. I hope you're getting some nice colors today. I hope you're enjoying this session. Do the work that nourishes my soul. And make sure, if you have not already, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, Conscious Creativity with Ronda Shemansky, and hit the notification bell so you will get notifications of when we're going live each month. Generally, it's on the 13th of the month at 1 p.m. But life happens and things come up, so that may change sometime, and you want to make sure that you know if that's going to happen. And it's good to get a reminder of when we're going to be meeting again. Also, please feel free to leave any comments that you have about your experiences with the Neuro Art Making, and definitely share your artwork if you are open to that. I'd love to see what all you're making. Maxine. My music is spinning and up. Let's see if we can move on to the next song. See that. There we go. Really am so glad that you're here. I really think that as we set our intentions and do our meditations and our neuro art, I really think we can make a change in this world. I really think we can bring peace and anchor in love. That's why I'm here. And chances are, if you're here with me now, you have the same desires for that peace and love in our world. I do the work that nourishes my soul. And as I do, others around me are nourished as well. It's pretty incredible. It's beautiful. Also, maybe comment below, what kind of markers are you using for your projects? I know the Sharpies can give off a really strong odor. What kind of, what kind of papers are you using? Maybe you're using watercolors or more water soluble markers. Let me know what you're doing and how it's going. Share that and help others figure out what works best for them too. And I'm sure your pieces are looking beautiful, but remember, it's not so much about the product, it's about the process. I do the work that nourishes my soul. If you haven't tried these markers, these sort of brush-tipped markers, they're really fun to use. Kind of feels like doing watercolor. This is a Tombow. You can see that. They're quite nice. They don't have a lot of odor. They are water-based. That's fine for the, generally fine for coloring in your shapes. It's best to use a permanent marker. Like that Sharpie just works so well for your black lines because you really want that to be permanent. You don't want that to be bleeding into your other colors. Although we're here for the process, not the product, but it's fun to have a pretty product in the end. I do the work that nourishes my soul. And we're getting a little bit past the 1 hour mark, so we'll be wrapping it up here in about 10 minutes. So just to let you know, wherever you are is fine.
I do the work that nourishes my soul. So this is my piece for the day. I do the work that nourishes my soul, and I hope you've had a great time. I'm going to sign this and wrap it up for today. There we go. If you're at a stopping point, I invite you to come to a stopping point and get this. All right. Well, thank you so very much, my friends, for being here today.
I hope you enjoyed your session. Again, be sure to leave your comments below. Let me know how things were for you. Let me know what was exciting. If anything frustrated you, let me know that too. Let me know how you're feeling afterwards. Like this video if you're feeling good and you're feeling relaxed. And again, be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can get notifications, and hit the bell for notifications so you can get notifications for upcoming sessions. I'm really grateful for you being here. I think this energy that we bring to this time together is really important for our world today. And I thank you so much for being part of that. And I look forward to seeing you all the next time. Thanks so much, and bye for now. Namaste.